The Garage is brought to you by Field in Frame. Guys, zero maintenance. It's custom moss wall panels made from high quality material and hardwoods. Located in Philadelphia, PA. Hit them up at fieldinframe.com. And they're at Field in Frame on Instagram. It is literally a picture frame. All different sizes, nice wood, and it's moss. Living, breathing, growing moss. It's moss. I don't know what else to say. It's crazy.
And it looks awesome still.
It's incredible looking. It actually blows my mind every time I'm looking at it. It's a plant in a picture frame, but like moss. Fucking wild, dude.
Randy.
It's crazy. Anyway, Field in Frame on Instagram. Hit our boy Joe up. He's the one who owns Phila Woodcraft. Dude, the dude's got skills. He should be on HDTV. I don't know what else to tell you. It's Field in Frames.
Maybe I should turn down the music a little bit there.
Yeah. Brought to you by ManCaveComplex.com. That's where you can get all of our merch, hoodies, t-shirts,
long sleeve tees, Raglan 3/4.
It's Fresno. If you're in the Northeast, it's Fresno.
And if you're not in the Northeast and you want one of those, you want to feel like you are, they have those long sleeve tee hoodie things.
Right.
They have those too.
Yeah, they're cool.
You can pretend.
They're cool for scootering out west. If you want to scoot around out west, check us out on Podcast Garage on Instagram. That's our that's where we do all our social media. YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. I put up the videos. You can see our face, flesh, not the flesh. To my left, as always, Mr. Ryan Ricketts.
What's up?
And that's it, just us tonight. And you know what? It hasn't been us in a while. I think 10 episodes. And you know what? Every once in a while, actually not every once in a while, it's good to be just us because I love our guests. I love having guests on. It's fun. It's, different, talking to different people, shit like that. But every once in a while, we need to talk.
Sometimes.
We got shit to talk about.
Sometimes.
There's a lot of things that we can talk about, that you can't talk about when guests are here.
They don't care.
They don't care, or it's just...
We're not supposed to be talking about it because we have to talk to them.
There's certain things that me and you need to talk about without guests.
Exactly.
One of those things is
what's the first?
When you burp in your mouth and it comes out your nose, how that feels. And
which is what I just did.
I feel sometimes burps are way worse than a fart. Sometimes I'll burp and it will fucking ruin. It will ruin everything. Like if you're in a car driving and you burp, windows up, you're like,
especially if it's cold out and you're on like the highway, so you can't put the windows down because it's gonna be freezing.
Because like when you fart, like that's getting processed through like your gut bio and all that, and it's shooting. It's coming out the basement. It's coming out the basement. Now when you burp, it's still right there.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
It's in your chest. It's in your throat. And it's sometimes you throw up in your mouth, and that's just not a good way to start your day.
But when you burp, and like you said, and you feel it in your nose, and then your eyes water, and you're like, oh, what's going on?
Cajun wings or anything. Sometimes you'll just burp. Like, what makes you burp the most? Seafood? Burping up shrimp? Kill me.
First off, I just always burp.
Yeah, you got acid reflux?
Yeah, nah, for real. It's a terrible issue in today's society.
Brought to you by Tums.
But really carbonated things are the worst.
Beer?
Like beers.
You're a big cola guy, too.
Huge cola
RC
guy.
Cola?
Yeah, I make my own cola.
Rye doesn't reach for his wallet, so like he likes to find a good deal. RC Cola is always on sale at Acme.
35 cans, $7. Are you kidding me?
Is Acme your go-to food shopping place?
It is not. No, usually.
Acme's not cheap.
First off, Kate goes shopping 99% of the time for us.
Okay.
Because she's off Monday and Tuesday, so she's got to find stuff to do
day.
anyway. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going on the weekend or,
Yeah.
God forbid, at like 6 o'clock at night. The places are slammed.
Dude, I'll go Sunday morning. I got to bring a knife.
Yeah, for sure.
It's wild in ShopRite.
Yeah,
I'm a ShopRite guy.
Yeah. But she's usually Wegmans.
Yeah, I like Wegmans.
And then sometimes ShopRite. I think it depends on how she's feeling that day. They just redid the ShopRite by me.
That's nice.
So it was like the old ShopRite. Yeah. Like I don't even know if the ShopRite here was ever like that.
Yeah.
But they just redid it, and it actually looks really nice in there now. So it's a little bit better than dealing with the parking lot in Wegmans. That parking lot is horrendous.
Dude, you need a bike.
I'll tell you one time I went. So this is
the one near Wegmans. Topgolf.
No. Oh. The one in Cherry Hill.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Where the old racetrack
is. Their own
is.
liquor store across the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is.
They got their own liquor store.
First off, there is everything in this complex. Literally everything. Yeah. It's the Cherry Hill Mall is huge, right?
Yeah.
That area is bigger than the Cherry Hill Mall and all of its parking lots.
Yeah.
There is every fucking store in there.
Yeah. Good stores.
Wegmans is at the end.
Yeah.
Last year, during Christmas, I made the mistake.
Oh,
not even going to Wegmans or Dick's or Best Buy or Home Depot or any of those on that line right there. I was going to like Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Well, which is always packed. I mean,
for sure.
Packed.
But it's in the back of the parking lot that has all of those fucking stores in it. So I'm driving around and literally stopped in traffic in a parking lot for 45 fucking minutes.
Oh.
How is traffic?
And there's nowhere to go.
You can't go. You're blocked in. How is traffic in a parking lot for 45 minutes? I know what you're thinking. There was probably an ambulance there. Somebody must have got killed.
An explosion,
That's the only thing that would have...
There was a terrorist attack, an explosion during the holidays.
There was literally just too many fucking cars.
That's unbelievable.
45 minutes it took.
And half of them were, probably 3/4 were women, and they don't know how to drive. We all know they don't know how to drive.
Everybody know that.
Everybody know that. I just Googled what are the top 10 grocery stores in the United States. Didn't think we were going to start off this way, but I did it anyway. Number 1 is Wegmans. Now, Wegmans isn't cheap. So that just shows right there that people aren't scared to stretch those bills.
What's like the category? What makes it a top 10?
What are the top? Oh yeah, you know what? This might be rated. I was thinking, what are the top 10? What would you write? Frequent, what's
visited the most? But then that's
Kroger. Never heard of.
That's kind of iffy too. If it was what's visited the most, because what if there's
Walmart?
But what if there's 10? What if there's 10 Wegmans and only one of this other store? More people are going to go to Wegmans collectively.
Should we do best grocery stores in America?
I think that's what you're in.
All right, so Wegmans is one, which Wegmans has everything. It's great. They have vegan, they have gluten, they have everything. Just it's a little pricey.
Right, they have full sections of like you said, gluten-free, then like a full section of
they have everything.
Vegan.
They have a great buffet food to go area. Like that's its own little restaurant. I never heard of Kroger. I don't know what Publix?
Publix, I think it's a down south, Florida-based.
Whole Foods is expensive as shit.
Have you ever been to Whole Foods?
I haven't.
We went there once.
Too hippie?
Have never gone again. I don't even think it's that. It's just, it's so fucking expensive for no reason.
Right.
We got like a bunch of produce, and it was like, we got up to the front, and the lady was like $45, and I was like,
might as well go to like those like farmer markets where you see the farmer.
Right.
At least I know what came.
He's like, I got this from right over there.
Right there. Yeah,
it was
pissed on it.
Yeah.
Aldi. No. I've never been there, but I heard that's just great deals.
Aldi is tough because you can't go there to go food shopping. Okay. Like you have to go there knowing you need bang, bang, and bang. I'm like, I'm in and out. This is all I need. You can't go there and explore because there's shit fucking everywhere.
Is it like the Kohl's of grocery stores? There's just shit on the racks and you gotta find it.
Basically, like they just rip open boxes and then put it there, like put it on the shelf. So you're like, I don't know exactly.
Bottom Dollar was that shit. That was between me and your house.
Exactly.
Dude, Bottom Dollar was really good.
And it was perfect when you said, I need bread, eggs, and milk.
Right, because everything was cheap. They had really
And
cheap
that's where you
pork
went.
chops, and pork chops were already cheap.
But again, you wouldn't go shopping there. Like, let's stroll up and down
Right,
the
I'm not
aisles
gonna
and
get
see
the
what we
kids
can
lunch there.
can get.
That's when I started grocery shopping, bottom dollar, because my parents had the Mountain House, which next month will be. They had it for 10 years.
Wow.
Right, 10 years. So I was 18, around 18, 19. Which sounds like it's kind of old, but my mom always went grocery shopping. I didn't grocery shop. So they would go, and I would obviously have to get myself food for the whole weekend. They'd
Right.
leave me the house. They ain't going to feed me, too. Oh, there's $20. Order yourself pizza. I didn't give a fuck. I'd wake up
For
Friday
6 meals.
I'd wake up Friday mornings to go to school, and they were already gone. Like, my dad would just take off work Friday.
Later.
They would just peace out.
They were like, nah, dude, we're going to work. Don't worry about
I'd
it. We'll
call
be
my
back
mom.
later.
I'd be like, where are you? She's like, oh, we're up the mountains. I'm like, hello? You want to at least, are you guys going to tell me when you go out?
Did you know that I still live here?
I have a
What's
party to
going on?
plan. I got a party to plan. I got to take pictures of what the coffee table looks like, and so when you come back, nothing's
So we
moved.
can put it all back.
Yeah. Grocery chains. That's the name of the store, I'm assuming.
I don't think
I'm
so.
still reading off
click
this
on,
list.
Click on the link
Grocery
below it.
shopping. There's no way
Because
the store's named that.
Yeah.
There's no way ShopRite wouldn't be in the top 10. Is there no ShopRites anywhere? ShopRite's enormous.
Well, maybe it's a local thing. Wegmans was voted the best.
Right, and I've been to Wegmans, and I'm very impressed. They have great guacamole. 22's Walmart. Well, Walmart's a fucking shitbox. Everybody knows that. And especially the people who shop at Walmart, they literally look like trash. You couldn't find more trash unless you went to Waste Management.
Scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, shit, they have scores. All right, guys, we're going to read off the scores.
Of all 22? People are like, fucking 22?
All right, anyone that's big. All right, so Walmart is number 22, and obviously 22 being the worst of this list, 1 being the best. So here we go. We're going to go down, read a list. This is from BusinessInsider.com. 22 best grocery store. I'm not going to name them all until we get to 10, but just Walmart's 22, so this is hilarious. And the picture they show is this fucking meth head looking at Legos. So Walmart got a 34%. All right, let's scroll down. No, Giant's a pretty big one. Giant food stores. They're
probably
20.
all pretty big. It's just how much we know them.
Target. All right, we're going
Target 49%.
That's
There's
ShopRite,
your
15.
ShopRite.
I love ShopRite. Who's that, Mayor Nutter? In a suit with a grocery list?
55%.
ShopRite, 55%. That's not good.
No, it's not.
I wonder how they come up with the score. There's your Kroger.
Food Lion, Kroger, Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee food store. I can already tell that's a shithole.
You got 58.
Whole Foods, number 11. Why, their avocados are overpriced?
60%.
All right, 60. Here we go. We're cracking the top 10. Sam's Club. I already disagree because Sam's Club is in my top 3 favorite stores. Not grocery stores, stores.
We actually had a conversation about this over the weekend. Sam's versus BJ's versus Costco.
They're all incredible. I would go Costco and Sam's, BJ's last.
Okay, so the person I was talking to, I don't really have as much experience. We just have a membership to BJ's just because it's closest.
It's real close to your house, right? Sam's Club's owned by Walmart.
Right. But the person that I was talking to said Costco way ahead, BJ's second, Sam's way below.
Okay.
I don't have enough experience with all 3 of them, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Concrete floors, great place. Wear comfortable shoes because if you're going to be there for a minute, concrete will fuck up the ankles. Number 9, Harris Teeter. Never heard of it. There we go. Number 8, Costco.
There you go. Sam's was last on this one. But
We got
Costco's
our
not.
patios set at Costco. Holla.
Costco's 65%.
Number 7, Winco Foods. Don't know anything about that. Number 6 is Fry's. Never heard of it. Number 5, H-E-B. I wish they gave you where they were located because that's got to be in the middle of, like, Virginia. I never even seen that. Very unique logo. Like, interesting. Metal beams. Number 4. Number 4, Aldi with a 70%. Now, for number 4 to be 70, I don't think people are very happy with grocery stores.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the highest is probably like, 82? But
We'll see. Number 3, Trader Joe's. Now, people who shop at Trader Joe's love Trader Joe's.
Kate has just recently gone there, and
It's
she
a great
loves
spot. It's not convenient for me to go every day, you know, like ShopRite's
Right. I
down
mean, you
the
wouldn't
street.
go every day, so
ShopRite's down the street, and that's just most convenient. Well, convenience is everything, really.
for
right?
sure. Well, it's hit or miss because you'll drive if there was a ShopRite down the street, like there's a Target literally down the street, and you still go to ShopRite. So
Well,
it's
Target's not a grocery store.
they were on the list.
Yeah, they were. But would you consider Target a grocery store?
Probably not, but you can get all your groceries
You could.
there.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. So it's convenience, but also it's convenience in more than one way. Convenience to being close, but also the stuff that you like.
Quick.
Can you get in and out? Is it affordable? Is it? And this is hopefully how they did all these.
Number
scores.
2 is
Publix.
A 76. Ooh. Never heard of it. What do you think number 1 is before we get to it?
Wegmans. What are you talking about?
Oh, shit. Durr. Wegmans. Wegmans is that's a good place, man.
They are still expensive though.
77. Okay, people don't like grocery shopping. I
They're
understand
still
that.
expensive. Like there was
so pricey.
that-
Guacamole's $8.
that thing of cookies is like $14,
It's a lot.
and the same thing
a
you
lot
can
to
get
get
at like
fat.
ShopRite for $4 or some shit.
It's a lot to get fat, man.
But they know they got
know.
you in there. You went in there because
yeah.
they're number one. You
Wegmans, great
Googled
spot.
which store was the best to go to before you went, and Wegmans came up, so they were like, "Bitch, we got you."
Yeah, Wegmans is good. They know what they're doing. Now, speaking of Wegmans, you were at Topgolf. It's right next to Topgolf.
It is.
I haven't been to Topgolf since maybe the summer. I love Topgolf, dude. Oh shit, he's huffing and he's puffing and he blew us all away.
So
What?
I was talking to. It was for a birthday party,
Yeah.
and it apparently it was it's a very affordable kid's birthday party.
Okay.
I was talking to the person who was throwing it,
Mhm.
and I understand that if kids' birthday parties aren't cheap, to find one that the kids are going to have fun at,
Yeah.
to find one that it's going to be a little bit different than all the other ones that they went to, and that you're not going to spend a ton of money. It's convenient. Other people can have fun. The parents can have fun and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like Topgolf, first off, for the most part, depending on times you go, but for the most part, it's like $50 to rent the
Bays.
bay for an hour. Plus, the drinks aren't that cheap. The food's not that cheap because you're sitting there, so they know you
It's
got
a lot
you and
to
all
keep
that
the
kind of
lights
stuff.
on at Topgolf.
For sure, and I understand that. However, I just feel like it's one of those places where it's not like bowling.
Nah,
bowling's
dirt cheap.
Bowling, you can go, I can bowl and then turn around and I can have a conversation with
Oh.
you for 5 minutes,
So
and then
yeah.
it's like, oh wait, who's
Okay.
up? Oh, Ev, you're up. Go ahead. You can't do that at Topgolf. You have
Yeah.
an hour. I hit my shots. You get the fuck up and hit
Yeah.
yours. Let's go. Let's
It's,
go.
You're saying because of the price, it's rushed. Not rushed, but
And
you
because
have
it's
to
because it's
focus.
based on a time period. If
Yeah.
it was like bowling where you pay for one game or you pay for 2 games or whatever, I feel like I would like it better because I wouldn't have to rush.
Okay.
And if it's different again, if we go there, if me, you, Mark, Justin, and Dan all go to Topgolf,
Yeah.
we all play golf, so it's fine. Ev, you're up.
Yeah.
Grab my. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit the 7 here. I'm gonna pop. Who's up? You know what I mean? But that's not what Topgolf's about. Topgolf's about getting everyone involved.
Yeah.
Getting people that don't play golf. You don't need to play golf to go to Topgolf because you just hit the ball. Kate is phenomenal at Topgolf. I don't
Yeah.
know if she's ever lost because it's all about getting them in these holes,
Strategies, man.
and it doesn't. You can hit the ball, you can crush the ball as far as you want, but if you don't get it in the hole, you don't get any points.
No.
And you can literally roll the ball off the front of the tee and get it in the front hole.
Yeah.
So now there's different games that have different points and all that kind of stuff. There can be a little bit more strategy, but it's more about getting everyone out there, getting everyone involved, and having a fun night out with your friends, whether you're 15 or 40. But I just feel like it's not the right setup for that situation.
I mean, they have bars too in that game room downstairs, so you don't have to golf.
For sure.
Like you can just post up at the bar Like if you want to get a couple drinks, like when you're playing, I guess you might want to be ready to play. If you just want to, no, I'm paying for the bay, dude. I want to put my feet up and relax.
Right.
Fire pit.
They got comfy chairs. They got comfy couches and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's how they make their money, because they make it real comfortable for you. And then you're like, oh, no, we'll do another hour. Oh, no, we'll do another hour.
If anybody's never been to a Topgolf, they're humongous. Usually 3 floors, TVs everywhere, all glass, state-of-the-art. The balls have trackers. I don't know.
So we should probably describe what a Topgolf is.
Yeah, 50 bays per floor, huge bar, great food. They have a cheese platter that would put, like, it comes in like a pretzel and shit that we were eating the one time there, like Game of Thrones style. They treat you like a king. You just have to pay for it. Now, I just Googled the price to build a Topgolf, because if you roll up to a Topgolf, it's enormous. Like, enormous. And I was always wondering, like, this thing. The average Topgolf facility costs $18 million to build and makes $24 million per year, or $239,000 per bay. If you want your driving range to have a revenue of over $200K per bay at 1/5.
1/5.
Yeah, that's what I said. 1/5 of the cost of Topgolf's equipment. Oh shit!
I was waiting for you to get there.
I'm reading the thing.
Contact us and we'll get you set up.
So they make $239,000 per bay
on average. And that's what I'm saying, because it's expensive.
It is expensive.
You don't think about it. You don't think about it because you're like, oh, it's $50, but there's 6 or 7 of us there.
Golf's expensive.
Right.
So going out and playing 18 holes, you got to buy beer, and you're paying at least at a good course, you're paying $60 and above for 18 rounds. So that's 3 hours. Obviously, do the math. It's only whatever an hour, but you're still out there for 4 hours.
Right,
beers.
but you can also take you're also taking your time.
Dressed to the nines. I'm wearing a $70 polo. Can't break 100. I'm wearing a $70 polo.
You can also take your time there, because when we're golfing, me and you in a cart.
Yeah.
You hit your shot.
Yep.
You get back in the cart.
Move 5 feet.
We drive. We drive to my ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I get out. I get, oh, what do you think here? I get a 6. You know, as opposed to Topgolf, where it's like, I just feel like when no one's shooting, I'm like, somebody who's up? Who's up? No, who's up? Who's up?
No.
If who's?
It's almost
we'll
like
just skip them.
It's almost like, remember back in the days driving in a taxi and you'd make a wrong turn and you just see his fucking meter going up. And you're like, you fucking pussy. You
turn.
Pussy, you made this left and you knew you shouldn't have made this left. I should fucking strangle you. You're not getting that extra $4.
No, turn on this one way. No, I don't care.
Tip.
I don't care. It's the wrong way in the one way.
There goes
Go that
your
way.
tip. You asshole. You asshole face. Unbelievable.
But it was fun.
It's always going to be fun.
Right. It's just and granted, I wasn't paying for it. I mean, we got presents and stuff like that, but I wasn't paying for the thing, so I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was like...
bowling's fun, though.
It is.
Pin setters is dope. You get a lane. You can get a lane for like 2 hours for like $20, and then you just start.
But then you can take your time.
Cheesesteak egg rolls. How many cheesesteak egg rolls did I have that night? 12.
Hun. When these are come to the table, can you go put in another order every time?
Can we get another round of egg rolls, please?
Every time.
I'm on a diet now, so.
But we did that, and then because that was on, what was it? President's Day, MLK Day. Oh my God.
Monday. Oh yeah, duh. We went Conor McGregor Saturday night.
Right.
That fucking what a fight.
But let me get through my Monday, and then we can go back to Saturday, and you can analyze.
Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino.
So we went to Topgolf 12-2.
Yeah.
We didn't eat there because it's expensive. Like you said, they got pretty good food, but
you showed respect.
Right. We went to PJ's afterwards.
Classic.
I got wings, nice and spicy.
Yeah, the way you like it.
Get my stomach going.
Yeah. Clean out the system.
Because that night we had restaurant week. We went to Elvez.
Oh yeah.
So let me put the spicy stuff on top of Mexican food.
Yeah. Describe
and
Elvez.
Just see what happens.
Set the scene of Elvez. I mean, if you're from this area, Elvez, I guess it's downtown Philly. People they think it. Go ahead. I think I'll give you my
I was
opinion.
gonna say you go through it because I was just gonna say it's a Mexican restaurant.
Mexican is my favorite food. It's also Chelsea's favorite food. We went to Elvez for one of our anniversaries or some fucking date night, whatever. And we're real big Mexican food fans. Elvez's atmosphere is incredible. Nice. Got that cool bike in the middle with all the lights on it and shit.
It almost comes off as like a old school like Cuban vibe.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, I would say that more Cuban than
with all the colors and.
Sure, I'm down with that. And it's not the best Mexican I've had.
Okay.
It's Americanized Mexican. Like I like going into the Mexican places like Las Margaritas or Juanita's over here, and like the fucking waiter doesn't speak English and shit. Like you point to shit and you're like, "What's this?" Like you're like El Carnitas, and then you just start saying shit.
El Quesadilla.
Yeah, riso, and you just start saying shit like acting like you're not cultured. That's what I like. Elvez is a little American. Good.
I was gonna say, do you like the food because of it, or do you like just feeling like you're?
It's just like upscale, but like, what do you mean? I feel
by going to those other places because there's a Mexican place on Main Street in Moorestown that's not good.
No.
And nobody speaks English there.
Oh no, the places I mean, Las Margaritas is the best, and
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying those places are bad. But, I'm just saying.
I just think Elvez is a little.
But do you feel better because you're like, oh, these people?
No, it's just
they must know how to make the food.
I think Elvez is overrated.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? It's restaurant week.
Right, it's restaurant week, so we did the restaurant week specials. So you only get to choose from a couple things, and I'm sure they're better things.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good.
Okay.
But like I said, I didn't get to explore the menu
Yeah.
because I chose the things that they're probably good at and the things that they probably are able to mark up the most. That's probably a combination of those.
Mm-hmm.
But so there was 3 appetizers, 3 entrees, and 2 desserts that you got to choose from.
Nice.
We got guacamole.
Of course.
And like this like nacho thing that was almost like a flat bread pizza.
Okay.
Cut up in the nachos.
Sure.
But covered with like salsa, cheese, like some kind of like chipotle.
A quesadilla?
Stuff. It was kind of like that.
A quesadilla pizza?
Kind of, yeah. But that was awesome.
Yeah.
Kate got chicken tacos.
Okay.
And
shredded or chunky?
Chunky.
Nice.
That was mouthwatering over there.
Nice. I'm fucking famished right now.
And I got carne asada.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Now, I probably, given the choices, I knew Kate was going to get the chicken tacos. I wasn't going to get the same thing.
Should have.
But I probably would have gotten the chicken tacos. I'm so glad I didn't.
Oh.
Not because the chicken tacos were bad, but because the carne asada was so fucking good. So fucking
no
good.
Shit.
It was.
Damn, you guys should see the look on his face.
You cut it up, and it was like butter in your mouth.
Yeah.
The corn was. It had like this red. I don't know what carne asada is usually made with, but it had like this red sauce underneath the corn.
Yeah, I'm not a chef.
Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal.
Oof.
So good.
That sounds banging.
And then the 2 desserts were the tres leches cake.
I don't know anything about dessert.
And churros.
Well,
I was like, I'm definitely getting churros.
I'll take the churros, please.
Churros for 2.
Churros for 2.
But I thought it was really good.
So you thought the PJ wings paired great with
exactly
with the carne asada.
And I think I got like what's the Mexican garlic or something like that? It's a hot wing.
Yeah.
It's not super hot, but like it's hot.
Uh-huh.
And to pair it with Mexican food later, you fucking asshole.
How was your Tuesday?
Murdered it.
Jesus Christ.
Murdered it.
Brought a fire extinguisher into the toilet. Saturday.
But I thought it was good. And we went to this bar across the street beforehand. It was let me tell you. It was one of those
Tell me, please.
It was one
Tell
of those
me
places,
and everybody listening. We're on edge.
It was one of those places where you walk in, it's like pitch black.
Yeah.
And like nobody's talking.
Who's in my mouth?
And you're like, you guys open? Oh, you are? Okay. Whatever.
They stop the music when you walk in?
Yeah.
Like,
bartenders were all tatted up and nose rings and all that kind of
stuff. You got Chipotle?
No.
That's how everybody. I would love to go on a job interview at Chipotle just to see. They're like, you're not emo enough.
I haven't gone to Chipotle in a while, so I didn't really.
Well,
I didn't
you know
really
what?
get the joke.
Well, screw you, okay? Because I love Chipotle's my life.
It's fair. No, that's fair.
Saturday was something else. So I had the baby all day Saturday. Chelsea worked, and I knew she doesn't get home to 7:30. So I didn't want to just like throw the baby in her arms and run out. Not that there was any reason to. The fight didn't start until like fucking 12:30.
I was gonna say, where are you running out to?
Your
For
house.
what? For what are you running out to?
To your house. Because I love Sloan, but when you're with a baby all day, you want some human interaction other than the baby.
Sloan can't talk to you.
No, but it's just like, oh man, it's just feed her, hold her, she sleeps. Feed her, hold her, she sleeps. And like you try to like, as she's sleeping, try to cram something in real quick. But either way, so I didn't want to like run out. You know, I hung out for a little bit. Then I came to
Why
your
that
house.
sounds so weird?
What?
You try to cram something in real quick,
Like
an activity.
Yeah.
You play video games or something like that. Yeah.
Shit like that. So then we go to your house, we hang out, had a cocktail at Abe Lincoln's table. Haven't been there in a while.
That's right. Still holding
And then
strong.
we get to Rye's apartment, Rye Dempsey, last week's guest. Way too many people in his apartment, but phenomenal dips. I was getting my dip on.
Yeah.
I was dipping.
Yeah, there were some good dips.
There were some good dips. There was a buffalo dip, and I let all the girls know because all the girls were sitting around the table. I said, I'm gonna try your dips, and I'm gonna look at all of yous because I don't know who made who, but I'm gonna grade all these dips. Be prepared. I'm not holding any punches.
You can go ahead and raise your hand if it's yours. I'm still going to tell you if it's shit.
Or just put your head down. Whatever you. If you don't want to see if you don't want to see, then you don't see. Had a great buffalo dip.
Next up is the buffalo dip. If you made it, you can step outside.
The buffalo dip was fantastic. TJ Lee's Mia, she made this awesome. I'm not even. It was like a
She
taco,
said it was like.
but like
She said it was like salsa and cream cheese, and then cheese, and that's it.
it was awesome,
It was awesome.
incredible.
Yeah.
Then after that was the artichoke dip.
Oh, you got that artichoke dip?
I'm sorry, the artichoke dip. I'm sorry. Slip. It was a slip up. Another delicious dip. A little harder to scoop with a chip. The chip,
Right, and there were some fragile chips too.
The chips were way too fragile. I think it wasn't the dip, it was the chips. The chips were brittle.
I don't know where they got those
They
chips
were the
from,
last. Yeah, there was the humidity level in that bag was weak or something. And then after that, everybody. If you're waiting for me to say which was bad, there was none. I'm not getting that. All the dips were good.
Yeah.
And then we're sitting there shooting the shit. I look to my right and I see something in this plastic container. I have to open the container to see what it is. I open it.
What was it?
It was a pickle hoagie.
That's right.
A big Jew pickle hoagie. Never seen it in my life. I never seen one in my life.
I've never seen it, but I know they were talking about it one day at work. I don't know where they're from. I forget we looked it up, remember?
No.
But describe a pickle hoagie.
Hoggy.
Hog.
So it was, anybody knows what a Jewish pickle is. It's literally like the size of a beer bottle. The huge hoagies that you would slice in the, like slices that you would put on, a sandwich. But so they basically cut it in half.
Long ways,
and then jam it with lunch meat. Turkey, lettuce, cheese. It was a pickle hoagie.
Elsie's.
That's what I said.
In Haddon Township, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have one in the city too, but
I was very impressed by the pickle hoagie.
Yeah, so it obviously holds the meat in between, and it was a little bit carved up to hold a little bit more meat, and they put some kind of mayo on it. I don't know if it's just regular mayo or it looked a little pinkish.
Makes it a little runny, which I like.
Right. But it's hard to bite into at first.
It is.
So it makes the meat slide out, so you got to hold it.
Same problem with the bread sometimes.
You got to hold it like a burrito, kind of.
Yeah.
I
would cut the ends off of the pickle. The ends of the pickle need to be chopped off. You know what I mean? Like where the little seed things would be or whatever. They need to be chopped off immediately.
Weren't they cut off?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they were.
I don't know. I don't think they were. But
they might not have been.
Guys, I was drinking.
So was I.
I was drinking. I don't remember. I smoked 2 cigarettes Saturday night.
Yo.
Woke up and my throat was on fuego.
And fuego.
I don't know how people smoke, by the way.
Well, I think you get used to it after a certain.
Yeah, but smoking, it tasted delicious with a beer I was smoking, but it's so gross. It stays in first of all, it's on your clothes.
It dries everything out.
It's nasty, dude.
Yeah.
The day after, I could never smoke a cigarette sober.
And it's so crazy
People
watching
rip
people.
them.
Right. And not only that, it could be the worst, rainy and 40 degrees out and the wind
They'll
whipping.
go out there like a wet rat.
And they're standing there with their hood up, bundled up, and they're still
sucking on it like a wet rat.
And you're like, that.
There's no way it's that good.
I mean, it's probably great when, like I said, I work in an office.
Yeah.
So it's probably great when it's 75 degrees out. And you're like, I'm going to go out and have a cigarette.
Yeah.
Take a 10-minute break and just sit out in the beautiful weather.
Hey, you know what? That's fucking bullshit.
But you get that. I'll give it to you. But you also have to deal with it in the winter. You can't quit in the winter. You have to keep smoking. That's the rule.
I don't smoke. Where's my 10-minute break?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
That's bullshit.
You just take one when they do.
Yeah, I will take one when they do. I used to do that at Chickies. They'd go out and smoke. The waitresses and bartenders would be out there ripping cigarettes. Like, fuck it, I'm going out there. I'm bringing a mozzarella.
For it?
No! I brought a mozzarella stick with me. I'll eat this bitch out here. I don't give a fuck.
You were getting in trouble for that?
Everyone went to smoke. I remember someone threw a cigarette in the dumpster and it caught on fire. They got in so much trouble. Nobody was let. They like tried to be all. That's it. No one can smoke anymore. People were smoking like a week later.
Yeah, for sure. There's a rule in New Jersey that you have to smoke like 100 feet away from entrances. And
yeah, you do.
All
like people
kind of
at my
stuff.
work, like the people that work in like the office, like the secretary and the boss, like you'll see them around town. Like they can't smoke on the property.
Yeah. So.
I mean, soft rule, but whatever.
Right. So they'll walk out. There's a little like outback area, and that's where they used to smoke all the time. And then they started the person that, or the company that bought the building started enforcing it.
Yeah.
And enforcing it by like sending emails and stuff.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Just don't smoke inside.
They just wouldn't go out there for a little bit, and they would go out front, and I'll still see them out back.
Yeah, of course you will.
I hope the owner of the building's listening.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still smoking out back.
Yeah, I'll tell them. I don't give a fuck.
Did you watch any of the Aaron Hernandez documentary?
I watched the first 2 episodes, so just enough to not be able to talk about it.
Fuck. All right, we'll get it next week.
But I feel like it'd be good to talk about next week because is it still too early to talk about it?
Maybe. All right, we'll give people another week. I mean, everybody knows what happened, really, right?
Right. He's still in jail, so is he still in jail?
He's somewhere.
Is he dead?
But
when did it come out?
When did the documentary come out? Like last week.
Right. That's when it hasn't been out that long.
Have you seen The Joker yet?
So I feel like I shouldn't.
No. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've seen that.
We've seen that. We can talk about that.
Okay.
I loved it, but I was also disappointed.
So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Give a quick synopsis of the movie, real quick, for people to remind them.
1978, Hollywood.
68.
1968, Hollywood. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's Leo's stunt double. They're
Leo's a big movie star, action movie star.
Yeah, and then he's going on the TV. It's just like
Clint Eastwood type.
3 days in just their lives, and just awesome. Just the atmosphere of the movie's awesome. Like the old cars, being in the Hollywood Hills, fucking drinking, smoking. I don't know what I was disappointed in. I really liked it. Quentin Tarantino directed it, so it's that type of vibe. Not crazy action. It's not like a crazy action movie. Maybe more towards the end, but like I don't know what I was disappointed in.
Not a crazy action movie, but it's Quentin Tarantino, so still a bunch of people die.
So a bunch of wild shit happens, like abruptly.
As is,
I loved
as
it.
is normal.
I loved it, but also was disappointed.
Do you think you set higher expectations than you should have?
Yeah.
Because of the actors and the director?
Yeah, I love Leonardo and I love Brad Pitt. I love Quentin Tarantino. Who doesn't love Quentin Tarantino? All dudes love Quentin Tarantino movies.
Right. So you were thinking because of
Margaret Robbie, come on.
Because of all these things, it should be a phenomenal.
It's not his top. It's not in his top 3 best movies, which
What about in terms of best movies of the year?
2019.
Yeah.
Should we do like what coming out in 2019?
Well, pull up like the Oscar.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't better than The Joker.
Okay.
To me.
Right. That's all I'm asking.
And you know what? Surprisingly, I didn't have high expectations for the Joker. 2000, because like I seen it, I was like, really? Do they have to do like? Let's not kill the Joker character. I know it looked cool. Joaquin Phoenix is a banging actor, but like,
I was nervous about it too because they're trying to ride. They don't have anything else. DC doesn't have anything else because they keep fucking shit up.
Like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were so good, and then they did like Batman vs Superman, which were so bad.
They keep fucking shit up.
Suicide Squad is awful.
Yeah.
People were like Jared Leto as the Joker. I was like, that was the worst depiction of anything I've ever seen. The new Harley Quinn movie coming out looks so bad.
All these Phoenix movies.
So dumb, man. 2019.
Like I said, they keep fucking so much stuff up, and they know that people will go see Batman because how big Batman was in the last series and the Christopher Nolan's ones. So they keep coming back to it.
Right.
They want to have a Joker attached to everything. Like even Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
How long was Jared Leto in? But you better believe in all the trailers and stuff, Jared Leto was all over it because they were like, we need to ride out this Batman Joker thing because that's the only way that people are going to come see this movie.
Oh, with this stupid fucking website. Get out of the way. You fucking kidding me with this stupid thing? Look at this. Why is it doing this, Rye? Rye. Come on. Help me out.
Because of the ads. It's all because of the ads.
Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman.
But even the Oscars are bullshit.
The Oscars are fucking bullshit, dude.
It's all
Parasite. Never even fucking heard of it. Marriage Story. I got to finish that. Chelsea got bored with it after the first 20 minutes, but I know it's going to be good. They're two good actors, Scarlett Johansson and that dude. 1917 didn't
Adam
see.
Driver. I do want to see that. That looks good. 1917.
It does. It looks banging. I mean, like you said,
Oscars, it's all you have to like.
Oscars are shit.
You have to.
He's gonna win.
Campaign.
He'll win.
You have to like campaign for this shit.
Yeah.
And that's how you know it's not
that's what I'm
real.
Saying. How are you gonna pick who's the best? That's like what? You know, like actor in a supporting role. Tom Hanks. It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Isn't the fucking movie about Mr. Roger? How's he supporting actor?
I was confused when I saw that too.
Al Pacino in The Irishman, Brad Pitt.
I'll tell you what. So, like Joe Pesci and Al Pacino are both in
for the same
Best
fucking
Actor
movie.
Supporting role. That's stupid. Joe Pesci, Al Pacino is way better than Joe Pesci in that movie.
He's the main character.
But neither of them compare to Brad Pitt.
No, Brad Pitt's a legend.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Brad Pitt's a legend.
I'm just saying in the performance.
I know that movie's so good. Or he's so good in that movie, I mean. Anyway, we're not going to get through the Oscars are fucking dumb. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't know. I really liked it, but I guess I set my bar too high.
I thought it was good.
3-hour movie. Went by pretty quick, I thought. Quicker than The Irishman.
I had dug in a lot on Manson beforehand.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it was pretty prominent, and
I know, but what I'm about to say is a spoiler alert.
Oh, so you were okay?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying what I was saying.
No, he's in the previews for
Manson,
sure.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Spoiler alert: he's in the movie for 5 seconds.
Right.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was gonna be in more, but I had dug in a lot on Manson and how everything connected and all that kind of stuff. So I think it helped my perception of it a little bit. Kate said she knew some stuff about it, but like as we were going through, I would mention something and then she would ask a question. I would expand upon it. So I think that definitely helps. But
you also didn't need to know anything.
Well, I think the fact that knowing all that stuff enhanced the feeling of the movie is part of a problem as well.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to do research prior to watching a movie.
Well, most people didn't know Tex. Tex was Manson's right-hand man. He's the one who pretty much did all the fucking killing type shit. But, like, you wouldn't know. If you don't know anything about it, you would just think the movie goes along. Like,
right. That's
I don't want to really spoil it without, like, the ending.
You don't know that's
not supposed to happen.
Right. Well, not only that, but you don't even know in the 5 seconds that Manson's in it, you don't even know that that's Manson. If you didn't, if you knew nothing about the movie,
you're right.
You're like, who the fuck was that guy?
Yeah, you have no idea.
So
that's hilarious. I didn't even realize that.
There's no relation to that. There's
That's
no
absolutely
relation
hilarious.
to if you know nothing about Manson, you just think it's a
Oh my
weird
God.
movie.
Now that you're saying that, they don't mention the Manson family at all.
Right. And I think they don't mention it on purpose because it's supposed to be like the Mansons hadn't done a whole heck of a lot up until that point.
Yeah.
So,
Well.
in theory, in 1968, they wouldn't necessarily be a huge story. They were just weirdos at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think they don't mention them on purpose. But the fact that you have to know all that outside information, I mean, I guess that happens in other movies too.
I guess.
But I mean, like Joker, I'm sure knowing a little bit about Batman and Joker.
I would say that movie you don't need to know anything about it.
Okay, well I never seen it, so I probably shouldn't have started with a movie that I have never seen.
I would really say you wouldn't have to know anything about it.
But still, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna spoil anything from that either, since you didn't say it, but I told you this Saturday, like, watching that movie, it doesn't feel like you're watching the Joker. It just feels like you're watching a movie about a character, not the Joker.
Right.
You just feel like you're watching a movie about a character who's just
but there's
fucking crazy.
There's no pieces of it where you're thinking, oh, that's why there's the connection to that of future Joker. I'm sure there is, but
kind of. Nothing crazy.
Whatever. If you don't think so, then fuck you.
I mean, it's hard to talk about it without you seeing it, so I don't want to.
Right.
I mean, they mentioned Gotham City. I live in Gotham City. The Waynes are, the biggest family in the city, so they're mentioned.
Are they mentioned as the
Waynes.
richest family, or they just mentioned
he's running
as
for
the
mayor.
Waynes?
The dad's running for mayor and shit, and everyone's Wayne.
Right, but you're saying everyone knows the Waynes. Well, what if I didn't know anything about Batman?
Oh, well, then you wouldn't know.
It would just be. Yeah. They didn't say these people are super rich. They own that tower over there.
Well, they mentioned how wealthy they are and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
They mentioned their business.
Okay. Well, either way.
Either way is fine.
Either way
is fine. Oh, yo.
What's that?
Is this like a hologram? Like, have you ever looked at this can?
No.
If you look at it at the right angle, doesn't it look like the hard iced tea part's floating? God, the acid's kicking
in. Mine totally looks like that too.
Holy shit! All right, we're going to break. We gotta reboot and recalculate. We gotta reform and reinvigorate.
Nice.
Is that rhyme? Let's go.
It's more that acid kicking in.
Did you see that Kansas brawl?
Kansas State?
Kansas State brawl?
I did.
What's your thoughts on that?
So Kansas,
suspend it.
So
You're fired.
So hold on. Kansas was up, 25 points?
Yeah.
The guy on Kansas State stole it from him.
College basketball, Kansas has been a powerhouse. Kansas is where basketball was created. Not that means anything, but they're just a powerhouse. Kansas State is just ass.
Isn't Indiana where basketball? No? I don't know.
No, Joe Naismith's Kansas, I believe. I don't know. I don't know either, man. We don't fact check.
So the Kansas was up 25 points, something like that.
Yeah.
Trying to dribble out the clock. Only a couple seconds left.
Yep.
The guy on Kansas State steals it from him at half court. Tries to go in for a contested layup from another defender. The guy he stole it from comes all the way back.
Blocked the fuck out of him.
Real hard.
Nice. Good block.
Then stands over top of him with a second left. People come running out.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Running off the bench, running from down the court. Pushing turns to shoving turns to swinging turns to guys getting tossed into the crowd.
One dude picked up a chair.
Getting tossed in the crowd turns into picking up a fucking chair.
Like a psycho.
And we had to get new browsers. What we had to do, I think.
This is unbelievable. Look at that.
Picking up a chair in the crowd. trying to hit somebody over the head with it.
Sure was. TLC match.
They
This dude's not even in a jersey.
Yeah, he was hurt. And the one announcer was like, he doesn't look too hurt right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So the fucked up part is there's a new rule in college basketball this year that said you have to finish the game. So after all that happened, they had to get people back out on the court. The referees reviewed all of the footage of it.
Oh, my God.
They threw out everybody except for the people on the court.
The starters.
No,
the people that
were on the court, because everyone else came off the bench.
Right.
You're not allowed to come off the bench. You get ejected.
Okay.
As well as like some of the guys that were on the court. I think Kansas had like 3 people on the court or something like that for a couple free throws and then inbounds with 1 second left.
Come on, man.
In a 25-point game.
In the fucking game.
So all the white kids were out on the court at that point. The one guy that picked up the chair, the Sosa,
yeah,
and kind of started the whole thing, is suspended indefinitely.
No shit. You're in college, dude. You guys have no leverage on anything.
None.
You're on a scholarship. We don't even know no, you're out of here.
And here's the thing.
So stupid? You're so stupid.
He might be the best player. Like, he's not, but
He'll be
just
playing
saying,
in Turkey.
If he was the best player on the team, guess what? There's another guy to replace you.
It's college,
We're
dude.
Kansas.
You ain't James Harden. You ain't Russ. You ain't LeBron.
And again, if you're the best player and you're not allowed to be here anymore, maybe we don't win the championship this year. But guess what?
It's college.
We're going to replace you next year with one of the top recruiting classes for the freshmen. You're so expendable. You're so expendable.
You have no leverage here in college. You're not Zion.
Even if you were,
you would be suspended. He would get, but still, you're
even
done.
If you were, we'll figure it out. Duke, if that happened last year with Zion and Duke, they'd figure it out.
Zion would fall so far in the draft,
right?
If he even got drafted,
right? Because it took him a whole year to get to that draft point. By the way, so that's what would have happened to this guy if he was the best player in the world, which he's not. Again, he's not.
You're in college. All right, it's bad sportsmanship. The dude stole the ball off you. You're up 30. You're not supposed to. If you're up that many points, you're not supposed to shoot and score or whatever with that. That's bad sportsmanship. That's fine. Then he went up and blocked him, which was hilarious, by the way.
It was a big block.
You should have just left it at that.
Right.
Don't stand over and pull out your dick and start fucking pissing on him.
Yep. I'll tell you right right there. That's one.
That's one. Here you go.
And
but
again,
I'm saying,
it was the point in that video that got me every time because that's what I do every time on this motherfucker right here because he can't do shit.
Yeah, you ready for this one? You're not gonna like this.
You ain't gonna do shit.
You hit him with it and you start walking away.
Yep.
So you don't even see his reaction.
Right there.
That's it. The point. But I'm saying, how to control your emotion. There's no way you got that mad.
Right. And if you did, it was in a 1-point game. You know what I mean? What are you doing in a... good steal, dude. You lost by fucking 30. Fuck you.
Right. If they would have stole that off me, there's no way I would have chased him down the court.
No way.
I would have been okay.
Sick, bro. Scoreboard.
Whatever.
You guys got fucking
You play for Kansas State. There's not one of you that go into the NBA.
Smoked.
Dumb. Just
that guy's suspended indefinitely. I'm sure there'll be more suspensions.
You ruined your life.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably won't play in college again, which means he's not playing in the NBA.
No, because he wasn't good enough.
I don't know if he was talented enough, but even if he was, there's no way you're playing in the NBA. Because again, a lot of times it takes these guys the full year to get that recognition
and this injured dude out here throwing punches. He picked up a chair.
But before the start of the year, Zion was nobody. I mean, he was somebody. Don't get me wrong.
He's a big recruit coming out of high school, but you still have to prove yourself.
But he was just a big recruit. If he would have got hurt, he wouldn't have came out because he would have been drafted in the second round.
Nah, dude.
It was a full year of him playing well to get that first overall draft pick.
Stupid.
You fucked yourself.
You stupid, yo.
You played yourself.
Whatever. I mean, I know young kids make dumb choices, but I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
And now he's not going to have all that money to spend on things that we spend money on.
Oh, dude. What? Yeah. What did you write down? What were we talking about? Yeah, good. What did it say?
So we were talking about drinks
I'm looking at your sheet over there. It says like cheesecake, chocolate chip cookies,
Ohio State,
MVP,
Summer League,
50s.
the Society.
That's great.
So we were talking about different drinks, and we were talking about high noons. High noons are good.
Great beverage.
But they're 4 cans for $10. And just in your heart, you're like,
$2.50 a can. Not doing it.
That's too much. That's too much from the liquor store.
Especially because I'm going to drink 4 of them, and they're not going to fuck me up the way it should. I mean, you get $6. You get 6 Trulies. That's another 2 drinks. Like right there, that makes me feel better.
Right, and even if 6 Trulies is $13. I don't know how much it is. I don't buy Trulies, but let's pretend they're $13.
Yeah.
You're like, it's still better. I'm
6
still going to do that.
You don't buy 4 of anything, alcohol-wise.
But that came to the argument that I had, where there's breweries around here that have specialty drinks.
Yeah.
And there was this Mexican cookie
from
beer from
Mexican cookie. Interesting.
From it wasn't.
Did you tell me about this?
Probably.
Mexican cookie.
And there's the pickle beer from.
Oh yeah, Kate got. I should have tried it when I was over Saturday.
Yeah, we still have. That was a 6-pack though, and that was the last 6-pack. And she was like, she came out laughing, and she was like, there was one left, and there was a bunch of notes on it saying, "Do not sell this." She's like, "It's yours."
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Let's go.
Shout out Double Nickel.
But I assume it was Forgotten Boardwalk. But it was like this Mexican cookie on top. Their base flavor that they build stuff off of, which is smart. I assume that's how other people do. They just don't make it so public. But their base beer that they build stuff off of is called funnel cake.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it tastes a little bit like 2% like a funnel cake. Obviously, it's still beer. But it's something a little bit sweeter that they can build sweeter beers off of. Okay. That Mexican cookie one that they had is fucking phenomenal.
You think it was Forgotten Boardwalk?
Yeah. It was definitely Forgotten Boardwalk because it wasn't Double Nickel, so.
What's a Mexican cookie? I know everything there is to know about Mexican.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It was Mexican cookie. I don't know. Mexican, I think it was something like that. But they were 4 beers for $16.
Oof.
Guess what? I would buy it right now if it was in front of me.
Wow.
So why am I going to spend more for a beer that's less alcohol by volume than I would for these high noons? Well, there's no shot I'm buying a high noon. I would have bought that beer every time.
Well, what we were saying is it's so funny how you're willing to spend money, how you're willing to overpay or spend money on some things, but other things you're like, no fucking way.
An app is 99 cents for the most part. People don't fucking buy it.
Not doing it.
99 fucking cents.
Dog, my shopping cart will be $100. If they charge me $5 for shipping and handling, I'm like, no, this is bullshit.
Right.
Like, it makes no sense.
But if they charge you $105 and it was free for shipping, you'd be like, done.
Easy.
Dude, free shipping over here, guys.
But it's so dumb. Like, I'll spend, like, I don't know, $20 on a case of beer, but, like, you're sitting there like, damn, I can get these Nike. I need new socks. Let me get the Nike socks. But Adidas is $2 cheaper. So it's like one pair is $16. One pair is $14. I'm like, maybe I'll save the 2. But, like, what? Fucking order the socks.
Right, whatever socks you want.
Who cares?
Get the ones you want. It's $2 fucking
$2. When you're gonna buy, you'd buy a case of beer for $23.
And not even think about it.
Wouldn't even think about it.
And again, with all the food that you're buying from ShopRite.
Oh, dude.
I like this brand. This brand's $4 more. This is the brand I get. But in another brand where there's a little bit of wiggle room, you're like, this one's 60 cents less. I'll get that one.
I'm very bad with money, as in the senses where, like, if I want something, I'll just get it. I don't look at the price. I don't care. I do all the food shopping. I'm reckless. I don't look at the price of anything.
Right.
Because
you get what you like.
I get what I like. It's food. Food's like gas. The price of gas could be anything. I need gas. I need food. I'm not going to get, if I don't eat cereal because I'm an athlete, but if
you're an athlete.
Yeah, if I want a Captain Crunch, I'm not going to get fucking Captain Berry.
Right.
Low
Tide.
I'm not going to get Captain fucking Cinnamon just because it's $1 cheaper.
And there's more in it and everything. No. Everything about it. It's the exact same cereal. It's just a different guy on the front. No. And it's bigger and it's cheaper. But you still won't get it because
I'm not going to get it because it's not it.
But you also won't think twice about it.
No, I'm like, of course I would never get that.
But 2 things that you like don't care about one could be 60 cents cheaper, and you're like, this one's cheaper, so I'm gonna
Like
get
some
this
people
one.
do extreme couponing, some people really like if you add up everything in your cart, you might save 30 at the end. Like I'm like, oh okay, that makes sense. I don't care. I'm getting the hummus. If Tribe is on special, I'm still getting Sabra, because that's the hummus I like.
Right.
Tribe isn't as good as Sabra.
Right.
I'm getting Sabra.
But-
I will not jeopardize my taste buds.
But that's what I'm saying. You were just talking about the socks.
Yeah.
$2
Adidas and Nike
cheaper.
socks are the same shit. So
Right.
like, what am I?
That's what I'm saying. If the hummus was like that, I don't know the difference between the hummus. But if the hummus was the same thing and it was 60 cents cheaper, you're like, oh, this one's on sale this week.
Yeah.
I usually get this one, but this one's on sale this week. Oh, I'll get that one then.
Yeah.
But the things that you aren't going to cut back on.
Right.
I'm not going to get
Right.
I'm not going to get store brand ranch. I'm going to get Hidden Valley.
Yeah, I'm getting Hidden Valley.
Oh, Hidden Valley's price went up? That sucks.
I'm getting it.
I'm still going to get it.
Right. Like, all right, say Purdue's on sale. Okay, I'm not getting Tyson this week. I'm
Sure.
still I want chicken. Like, there's not a difference in that. But when it says ShopRite Ranch and when it says Hidden Valley Ranch, that's something you will not jeopardize.
Right.
I'm not
like
doing
I said, there's a price increase in Hidden Valley. That sucks. Still going in my cart. I'm going to be mad about it. I'm going to text somebody. I'm going to text you and be like, dude, Hidden Valley's more expensive at ShopRite, dude. Don't go there. I'm still going to get the Hidden Valley.
ShopRite sends out that catalog or what's on sale. Big grocery week for the podcast. We're really huge grocery huge grocery week on the podcast. But ShopRite will send out that bullshit catalog. We're like, this is on sale, this is on sale. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it because it's on sale. I buy the same shit every week. Dinner wise,
but
it will
again-
change. Like if you want to, like, all right,
Let's do chicken. Let's do
Yeah.
beef. Let's do this. Let's
But, like-
let's make a soup.
I'm buying what I eat.
But at the same time, if one of those things is on sale in that category of things that you
Great.
can switch,
Great.
then you're like, okay, hey, honey,
Yeah.
we're going to get Tyson this week instead
Exactly.
of Purdue.
But like what I buy isn't on sale. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, honey.
honey, you're not gonna believe this. You know what I mean? All right. For example, like, if ice cream was on sale, if Friendly's was cheaper than Turkey Hill, and then it flip flops every week, then that's something you can be like, all right, well, Friendly's is good and Turkey Hill is good.
Right.
We
I
can
don't
either
care.
one, whatever one's on sale, you get. But like, I'm in and out. I know what I'm getting. I get the same
You get the big,
shit.
you get the big things at ice cream.
I haven't had ice cream in like 2 months.
I was gonna say, but do you get?
But
the
when
big things?
I do get ice cream, now I get the pints.
Yeah.
Because I'll eat the whole thing. Like a Turkey Hill will be $3.99. I'll get a pint of Ben and Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs. It's $5. But at least I know I'm only eating the pint. If I get the thing of Turkey Hill, I'll eat the whole fucking thing of Turkey Hill.
The whole
That's like
damn
3
thing.
pints.
Yeah.
I haven't had ice cream in a while. I told you I'm on a diet.
Good.
I
How
was
you doing with that?
I was 236 December 15th. Now that's not the time you're supposed to go on a diet.
Yeah, that's a
Because
terrible
it's-
time to go on a diet.
It's holidays. It's
And
the
you're not in control of the
holidays.
meals for the most part.
No. It's just wild. So, whatever, I started, and then January, I stepped on the scale. I was 236. I stepped on the scale. I was only like 234. I was like, oh my God, 2 pounds, like blah, blah, blah. But like, it changes. Like, you start feeling different.
I was
Like,
gonna say, did
already,
you-
I could already, like, I'm down, I guess I'm like 230 right now. So, that's not a lot to lose. I'm not even going to count that December. I'll just start from like January. But like, you start feeling different, like, immediately.
Did you pull up a picture of what a pound of fat looks like?
Oh, yeah, it's a steak.
It's bigger than that. It's like fucking.
Yeah,
it's huge.
nuts.
It's huge because a steak is muscle.
Yeah,
So muscle weighs more than fat.
obviously that's why I weigh so much.
So pull up images. I just saw this the other day.
That's
Look at
wild.
that picture in the left hand right there.
That's gross.
Oh yeah, you can do
That's
that.
my
the next
ass.
one too. It's fucking huge.
That's my ass.
So when
Just it's
people
formed.
say they only lost a pound, like that's a lot.
How does it? You know what's crazy? How does that burn off? Like, where does it go?
I think you piss it out.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Like, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't evaporate in your body, but like,
It's
Like, look
so
how-
much. It's
like,
fucking huge.
look how heavy muscle is compared to
Yeah.
fat. Muscle's not big, but like it's heavy as fuck.
Yeah. That's why I'm so fucking strong.
Right. That's why my legs, like me putting on jeans is a nightmare. My thighs. I look
I
like
think
I look like a Clydesdale naked. From the waist down, Clydesdale. From the waist up, I look like King of the Hill.
I think that picture on the left there is the one that I saw with the hand.
Yeah.
No, the one underneath it. You only lost 1 pound of fat because that's what made me think of it.
That looks like Flubber, Robin Williams Flubber.
That's huge.
That's crazy.
4 sticks of butter.
Oof.
You know what's good?
Butter.
Butter is
Butter's
good.
so good, man.
Butter's my favorite food.
Oh shit.
What are we even fucking talking about,
Who
dude?
fucking knows? I ain't a dietitian.
Yeah. You want to do top 5?
Yeah, let's do some top 5. Wait, was there something else?
You want to talk about? Well, we didn't talk about Conor, the Conor fight.
Everybody knows
care,
Conor.
right?
That wasn't even a fight. His hair wasn't even fucking. It was
break a
combed.
sweat.
It was still combed.
Combed.
No, it's fine. Let's go with top 5.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Welcome. Sometimes we don't. I was just saying, sometimes we don't. Welcome to the garage with Evan and friends. Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram.
I'm out to fucking lunch right now.
Chicken.
Fucking Kramer.
Too many shiny, man. I'm not a Seinfeld guy.
You're not a Seinfeld guy?
Yeah. ManCaveComplex.com. Get us some gear. Rep our shit on the streets. If you like us. If you don't, I understand.
Hey, I'm wearing a nice military green hoodie.
Sharp.
Clean,
Good.
nice and soft.
Good barware.
So soft.
Good barware. Check out our YouTube videos. And other than that,
Or don't. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't want to force anybody to do anything. If you're listening, hopefully you're a fan of us. So then check it out. Our top 5 tonight is, considering it's 2020, start of a new decade. This is an interesting one. I feel like I could have came up with a better list.
Like you underperformed.
I feel like I underperformed. We'll find out when I say and I hear.
The viewers.
I can tell. I'll be able to tell when I hear your number 5 if mine's going to suck
Okay.
balls or not. Our top 5, because what the people send in on Instagram, there's some really funny and good ones. Obviously, some people are just being complete dicks and they
Right.
push up, but it's just hilarious. But top 5 things that you want invented in the next decade, so 2020 to 2030. What would you like invented or enhanced or whatever? You know what I mean? What would you want invented in the next decade?
And it has to be something feasible. It has to be something that they're working on.
Right, don't tell me
or-
flying cars and shit. But, like, you can either, grow on something that already exists, you want it better, or, invent something out of thin air, whatever. But, me and Ryan, top 5. Rye, you're 5. I wonder if you're about to put the pressure on me or not. We'll see.
We'll find out. My number 5 is just something that would make people's lives a little bit easier because you wouldn't have to get a professional to do this. There's Wi-Fi. That means you can take your computer anywhere within the range and sign on to the internet. You don't need any wires. So why can't we do the same thing with electricity? To have wireless electricity and not have to worry about, I want to plug my computer in here. Oh, it would be nice if we had a light right here.
So, like, everything battery or?
No. So there apparently is, I don't know the science about
Here we go.
behind just about any of my inventions because I'm not a scientist. But there's a way that they can use magnetic fields to energize the things that are in it.
Like Tesla? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, you wouldn't be able to put anything in it. It would have to be something designed for it. Obviously, I can't put the plug for my computer, just hold it in the air.
I like your idea. Keep going because I like this.
But there's light bulbs and stuff that are designed to turn on within that magnetic field. So in theory, if this was the magnetic field and I held a light bulb here, there would then be light.
Have you seen the movie The Prestige?
That's the magic one?
Yeah. Well, David Bowie plays Tesla, actual Nikolai Tesla.
Right.
And he plugs light bulbs into the dirt. Like he's like creating electricity, and this is like 1880 and shit like that.
Right.
He's plugging shit into the dirt, and the light bulbs are lighting up.
Right.
That's just what I'm thinking. Obviously, you don't put light bulbs in the dirt, but like.
Right, but it's the same idea where you could just you don't need.
Where's this magnet? Like the magnetic field? There's got to be something. Now, I have. I hope this isn't one. Can I piggyback on this?
Sure. I'll allow it.
So I'm gonna So you're just saying electricity.
Like there's Wi-Fi to have wireless electricity.
Saying. I just feel like Wi-Fi should be everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Wi-Fi should just be in the sky. Like there should be
satellites.
There should be no more modems. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be. But here's the problem, because I've heard this. Also, the counterpoint. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So that means we're still all guinea pigs technically when it comes to this. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So that means there's some type of electric magnetic force in the air or something. What's that going to do to us?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That magnetic field is probably going to fuck shit up, but
because they're saying people get cancer when they live near power lines. They've been saying that for years. I don't know if that's what people get cancer for fucking eating potato chips. But like sleeping next to smartphones are only like 10 years old. Like are people going to start having brain damage or like tumors real early because of cell phones and shit? Like we don't know what's going to happen yet. So like this could really fuck us up. That being said, I still want Wi-Fi How about this? Just eliminate Wi-Fi and just data's free and just your phone just connects to the fucking data in the sky.
I was just Googling this because I thought I read something about this earlier, and this article is from November of 2016. The Elon Musk wants to cover the world with internet from space. He wants to launch a bunch of satellites. That was one of the bases behind SpaceX. But I thought I read something that said that was the goal for 2020 to be able to. Now, there's a bunch of other rules. There's going to be governments that you have to deal with and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But it seems feasible.
I mean,
why can't I be sitting in my backyard or somewhere else? I mean, I can get Wi-Fi in my backyard, but somewhere bigger in a park and log on to my computer.
I'm using data, so it's already possible.
Right.
If you're connected to Wi-Fi,
Comcast has those
towers. There's shit everywhere.
Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots and all that kind of stuff where you can get it in the middle of the road. But why can't that be everywhere?
How about this? Let me take it back. Just eliminate Wi-Fi. Just the internet. I shouldn't have to pay for data. Like it's there.
Right.
Everywhere you go.
Well, that's a different question. Should the internet the companies providing internet be a utility like water and electric that just comes from?
I'm down with that.
Right. There's a standard. I can get the internet everywhere. It's just whether I'm paying for it or not. Right. It should just be just free. Like it just get rid of Wi-Fi. Right. So bounce like it just. Yeah. Okay. Everybody knows what we're talking about, and everybody agrees. Trust me, everybody agrees. You agree. Free Wi-Fi. Or no, just eliminate it. My number 4, I'm feeling like you won't like this one. I'm probably not going to. I can tell by looking at you. I can see in your face. I forget who it was. I want to say it was Samsung. Came out with a folding smartphone last year. Interesting. It was dog shit. It broke, but it was $2,500, and yeah, Samsung. I think it was Samsung. Okay. But I love the idea. So basically, it's a cell phone, a regular smartphone, that folds long ways. Like the old Envy type thing? Remember the Envy, and there was the one above it? It was like touchscreen on the outside, but... Right. So take your phone and take the back of it and roll it out next to it.
Oh, so like it opens up to an iPad type thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because there's sometimes that I want to look something up, and it's just gonna be inconvenient, a little bit inconvenient on my phone. I might be able to figure it out, or I might grab my laptop or something like that, or the iPad. But it would just be so much easier if I could just open up my phone and just have that extra space. It's not a huge amount of space, as you can see there, but it's enough that's going to make you not need the additional space of a tablet.
So it'll make your phone thicker, but...
Right. It'll make your phone thicker because it's double the size, but it will also make it easier for those occasions where you want to look up something that's just, again, that's just
like
a little bit big. Exactly. You can see a full map on it.
Samsung's foldable phone.
And like I said, this came out, it's $2,000, and it breaks all the time on the fold and all that kind of stuff.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
Because when they tested it with a machine that would fold it, I don't know, 5 million times or something like that.
Now, when it's closed, where do you look?
It looks like this.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then it just folds out like this.
Phone. Okay.
So you would just hold it up to your ear like normal.
Right.
See why they have failed. There's an article that, but
yeah,
when they tested it with a machine.
Right, which is too
and the
strong
machine,
for
well, no, it worked because it would fold. It folded it 5 million times and there was no problems. But the problem with the machine is the machine moved perfectly. It never pushed it too early to close. It never fucked around with it. Like
humans are
assholes,
unpredictable, and
so
not really. You want something durable, so yeah.
Right. But you're not going to perfectly fold it
Never.
at the right angle every time. You're just going to close it with your hand.
Not after a half a dozen White Claws.
There you go. You're just going to close it with your hand, and that's what caused it to break.
Okay.
So it didn't work. I want it to be mainstream.
Okay.
I want it to be the same price as this phone that I have right here, and I want it to be effective and durable and not break all the time.
There you go.
And not be fucking $2,000.
There should be more phone. How about this? For cell phones being so popular, there should be more cell phone options.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like there's not that many? You get the Galaxy, you get an iPhone.
Right.
What else?
And there's other options, but like they're always missing something big.
You can get the Active. It's
like
100% waterproof, but you're like, it's the worst phone that's ever existed.
Right. When I got this phone, I wanted a phone that still had a fucking, what's it called?
Import, like the aux import or whatever.
Yeah, for the headphones. I wanted removable storage. There's like 4 fucking phones that have that. And there's 100 different phones. Most of them fucking suck.
Yeah.
So when you say iPhone or Galaxy, it's because all the other ones fucking blow for some reason.
Right.
But there's always something missing in the phone. Like why can't we figure it out?
That being said, this my number 4 is stupid.
Nice.
I'm kind of moving mine around this to go with you, but it has something to do with. So now that I'm thinking about it, it's funny because you adjust to, like, I have the 8 Plus, and I just paid off. Our cell phones are paid off now and shit. But like, I'm gonna stick with it until it breaks. But like, I don't want the Plus anymore. Like, I want my phone smaller. I don't like that my phone's big.
Okay.
That's not my number 4. I'm just talking about it.
Right, you make changes.
Right, like I want it to be smaller. Like I'm getting further and further away. Like it's not the smartphone aspect. I want it to still be a smartphone and like the iPod type thing. But like I just want it to be smaller. I loved having the small phone. Like
yeah, I like a bigger phone. I switched to the Note 4. They're on the Note 12 right now, 11, 10, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. But the Note 4 was like one of the first big phones, and I loved it. And I think that's why I wanted foldable.
Because you wanted it big.
Because I wanted it even bigger. But to have something that gigantic, you can't hold a tablet up to your fucking ear. You ever see those assholes? You ever see those assholes that carry their tablet around and take pictures of things, like at a museum or at a zoo or something like that? You look like an asshole. So I want to not look like...
The camera's not any better.
No. I want to not look like an asshole, but I also want a big phone.
Yeah. See, I'm opposite. I want the smaller phone.
Okay, so theoretically, you wouldn't buy a foldable phone.
Never.
Right. Okay.
But that's not my number 4. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah. I mean, we're still talking about mine.
My number 4 is 100% waterproof. There's no reason. I know the reason.
Everything.
Well, yeah. Actually, you know what? Now that you say that,
yeah,
everything should be the the fact that everything's not 100% waterproof blows my mind. But I was talking about cell phones. I understand they want your cell phones to break so they can charge you, but like, be waterproof.
Right.
Like, don't
or
act
at
like
least
people
water resistant. You can tell
don't
me.
act like people don't use them in the shower. Like, I'll put up my YouTube clips of like whatever I'm watching. I'll get a shower because I sit in the shower way too long. It's my house. I pay for the water. I'll be in the shower as long as I please. I'll put on clips from The Herd, fucking sports this, sports and I just watch. I'll watch Joe Rogan. I'll watch Joe Rogan in the shower for a half hour before I even touch the bar of soap. You know what I mean? Like, so that's where the big screen's
Well, that's
good,
what I'm saying.
but it's not going to affect me anymore. Like, I can still see the small thing, but like, I don't want to worry about like. If there a little bit of water gets on the iPhone, it's so hard. Like, all right, say I'm in the shower and somebody texts me, I go to answer it. Like, once water gets on the screen, it's so hard. Like, I have to wipe it off. Like, the phone starts going crazy. Not that it's going to blow up, but like, it doesn't register like your fingerprint.
Right.
With the make everything waterproof.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm fucking sick of it.
And even if you're not talking about waterproof, I don't need my iPhone to be able to go down to 30 feet below. I'm not scuba diving with it.
That Bluetooth speaker that we listen to music on every week can be submerged in 10 feet of water for a half hour.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
fine.
Bluetooth JBL speaker, which was good. The speaker was $250. It's a great speaker. JBL's high. This phone's $1,200.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, what the fuck?
Right. To not again, at least water resistant.
It
doesn't need. I don't need to go scuba diving with it. But if it gets some water on it, I don't need to be able to throw it out and have to get another one because it got some fucking water on it.
Just walked into the garage. She is the queen of having her cell phone in the shower.
Clean my dishes, please.
So there's like my number 4 for 10 things we want to invent is water. Everything should be. It was cell phones, but everything should be waterproof. There's no reason that water should affect anything anymore.
For sure. For sure.
Right.
And I just bought a Kindle because I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to read before I go to bed. They say it helps you fall asleep. It helps you sleep better because you're not staring at your phone prior to going to bed. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at all the options. There's a million options, just like everything else. And then I come across this one that is waterproof, and the other ones aren't. I don't know when I'm ever going to need that to be waterproof, but why wouldn't I get it waterproof?
Why wouldn't you?
You never fucking know.
You're a big hot tub reader.
Right. What if I get in the pool one time? What if I go to the beach and it gets... What if I'm outside and it rains?
The beach. Like sand and water.
It doesn't really need to be waterproof, but why fucking wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't you?
Everything should be fucking waterproof.
The G-Shock.
Take it in the water.
There's a reason the G-Shock is the best watch ever made.
Because it's waterproof.
I think, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
No, they're 100% waterproof.
All right, my number 3. I think you're going to like this one because it helps you out. Mm-hmm. They've been talking about these for years.
Okay.
Hyperloop trains. These are the trains that...
Oh, that's Musk, right?
Yeah. Well, he jumped on it. They were trying to do it before him, and then they ran out of money or ran out of ideas or I don't know what it was. But Hyperloop trains are trains that go like 1,000 miles an hour. Oof. Because they mostly go straight. You good?
No.
So they were their goal is to be like cross country or long distances to cut down on huge traffic problems or huge travel distance.
Traffic's nuts is what they're
exactly. But they could also do New York to DC or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or Philly to LA. But the problem is it needs to be generally straight because it can't be turns because you can't do a turn at 1,000 miles an hour. The people in it, the G-force of the people in it would fucking die. You can't have some
G-tip with Cool Cook. Home with the posse.
Fuck does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
The fly tip. You can't have a 50-year-old, 300-pound man experiencing the G-force that a turn at 1,000 miles.
If you want to travel in comfort, don't be such a fat ass.
Exactly. But they were talking about doing it with just 4 people in a tube that they could fucking gone.
Too many shiny.
Or longer train type vessels. in a tube versus just on a track or on something like that. But to be able to travel, I was looking at one today, and they were talking about San Fran to L.A. and how it would take 5 hours by car or something like that. Would take 30 minutes in this thing. Going 1,000 miles an hour. If you're going from Philly to L.A., you're there in fucking 3.5 hours.
But what's
it takes you longer in a plane.
What's it like to be going 1,000 miles an hour for 3 hours? Feel like.
But again, that's kind of the goal. Since you're not making turns or anything like that, it's only the original takeoff. So once you get up to 1,000 miles an hour, that's how fast you're going. It's not like
underground though. That's freaky.
Well, it doesn't have to be underground. That's what they're talking about now because they don't want to be in the way of all this other kind of stuff. But if it's in an area that's, if you go from northern New York to like the Western Virginia or something like that, and that's the New York to D.C., and it's not in the way of anything, then you don't have to go underground, probably.
Right.
But if you're doing it in the middle of L.A., then you're probably going to have to go underground.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're doing.
I know. I've heard about that. It's definitely interesting.
It's just the ability to travel
faster
a different way. If you want to fly cross-country, and again, cross-country is going to be the last thing that they do. They're going to worry about shorter distances first.
Yeah.
But if you want to fly cross-country and it takes you 7 fucking hours, plus you got to get to the airport earlier, plus you got to wait for your bags, then you got to be in the car afterwards, or you can do it, you can just get on the train, take off, be there in fucking 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You kidding me? If you want to travel somewhere that takes 5 hours by car because of traffic and it takes you 35 minutes, yeah, I'm in.
How do you feel about the self-driving cars?
What's your number 3?
Oh, shit. My number 3 is a little weird. It doesn't really make sense now that I'm thinking about it, but like...
Nice. Love it already.
It's not a big deal, but it's kind of like... Things aren't efficient enough, and this isn't even like that big of a deal. Like, I'm not even bitching about gas prices, but like, there's no reason that like, all right, Chelsea has a Honda. Her gas lasts for a fucking month, and she drives way more than me.
Right.
How come every car isn't just efficient gas-wise?
There should be more efficiency.
Like, she'll fill up her car, and it'll be like 380 miles to empty. I'm like, what? I'll fill up my truck, and it's 180
it's
miles.
14.
180 miles till empty. I'm like, I just paid more. I understand it's a bigger car.
Right.
But like, there's no way it should be that. But it's not like I have a big truck.
Right.
I don't have a huge truck or anything. I mean, my truck is basically an SUV. It's not even like it's a...
Right, it's just open on top, basically.
There's no way that it shouldn't be more efficient. Like, I just...
For sure.
Especially when gas is, like, an issue and, like, emissions and stuff. Like, what do you want everything to be, like, so much cleaner and easier? Like...
Told you, the bourbon...
But everything comes back to, like, money and shit. Like, they just want to, like...
Right. They want to be able to keep charging you because the oil companies are lobbying more than the companies.
I never want to go to electric. I'm never driving an electric car. I don't give a fuck. Everyone's like, oh, Tesla's, like, you hear like some of these celebrities talking about Tesla. I'm never driving a Tesla. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Plug in my car.
Why?
Makes no sound. That's not safe.
Well, that's more Prius.
That's not safe.
But forget about the sound. Why wouldn't you want to?
It just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. I don't like that.
So if you could...
When I see a dude weed whacking his lawn and has a battery weed whacker, I almost want to pull over and just get out and fucking kick him.
But if you... Okay, so that's different because there's more power. It works differently. But if you could... Your truck.
Yeah.
If you could pull it into the garage every night, plug it in, and every time you got into it, it said 380 miles to empty.
Yeah.
What? Why don't you like that?
I don't know.
It's still the same car. It just... Now you don't have to stop at the gas station.
What if you forget to plug it in?
Well, then maybe you have to stop at the gas station for...
Oh, so it's both.
No. Well, I'm saying the gas stations. Some gas stations now have. You seen that Wawa on
Yeah.
73 has like 14 fucking Tesla machines that
Oh
you
yeah,
can now plug your
Teslas are
thing
just
in.
flying off the shelves. We need a bunch of them.
Well, it's for all battery powered
Uh-huh.
cars. It just so happens that Tesla also makes a better battery charging
I'm not
things.
against technology, but it's the same thing as like there's something about the electric car. It's like no,
Right.
like
No,
you
I
want to
feel.
hear the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Forget about the sound if they still make the sound.
I don't know. There's something about the electric car that doesn't float well with me.
Okay. My number 2 is the electric car. No, it's more the self-driving side, but also the electric
Okay.
as well.
All right.
Um, so the reason that I wouldn't want to get one now is because it can take like a half hour to fucking charge. If you're, I don't travel cross country often,
Right.
but God forbid I was driving down. We drove
How
down
about we're going
to
to a golf
North
trip?
Carolina.
We're driving to North Carolina.
Exactly. We drove to North Carolina in Kate's car.
It's already a 6 hour, 7 hour trip, but we have to add an hour for charging.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to do it now.
Eh.
If they can cut that down to even a little bit long, I mean, it takes me probably like 6-7 minutes to fill up my car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like you pull up and then you pull away.
Yeah. We're not NASCAR here.
Right, exactly. So if they can get it down to, like I said, if it takes me, let's say, 6 minutes to fill up my car currently, from empty to full, paying, all that kind of stuff. If they can get it down to like 12 minutes, double the time to fully charge it, I'm in.
Okay.
And it would have to be, currently there's a lot of rules for self-driving. The way the Tesla works, I'm sure this is how other cars work as well. But you can set it up so that as laws are passed to allow for more self-driving, all they have to do is send the update to your car,
Yeah.
and then your car can add that.
Right.
So you would want to be able to do those things when those things are allowed, if you have a car that's capable of it.
Right. If your phone updates, your car updates, shit like that.
Exactly. I don't want to buy a electric or self-driving car that can't do anything.
I can't have that.
But once this shit becomes legal, which it will eventually, just a matter of how long.
Yeah, we're saying the next decade. 10 years is a long time. I mean, there'll be a lot more than
Right. Technology is
speed
going to
limit. But
continue
here's
to
the
advance.
thing too, like with that, the speed limit is the speed limit.
That's fine. I'm not driving. I don't give a fuck.
I know, but like if you have to be somewhere, you ain't getting there any quicker than the estimated time.
Well, if there's only self-driving. So these cars have self-driving abilities, but they can also be controlled.
Okay.
And a lot now there's rules on you have to be touching the wheel and you have to be aware. You have to be.
What's the point of
There's all
touching
these.
it?
There's all these
I
rules.
want to take my hand. I want self-driving so I can text.
No, I'm saying right now there's
Yeah.
rules like that so that they're basically getting around self-driving. You know what I mean? But we rode in one in Vegas. It was a short ride, but it's gonna be so fucking dope
Yeah.
to just sit back and let the car drive. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to. It don't matter where you're going, you fucking put it in, and the car does its thing.
More tickets. Cops are gonna be pissed.
So not only all that kind of stuff, traffic gets more efficient. If you're at a red light and there's 8 cars, right now the light turns green, the first car goes, then the second car goes, then the third car goes, then the fourth car goes. When they're all self-driving cars, the light turns green, all 8 start moving at once.
Yeah.
Everyone makes the light instead of only the first 6 cars making the light.
Yeah.
They were talking about how now this is going to be even more advanced, probably not even 10 years, probably
2040 decade.
Right.
We'll still be doing the podcast by then.
But they were talking about how there might not be any need for traffic lights because the car that you're driving up to the intersection is communicating with all the other cars, and to time it and let one car, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, crossing over each other, there's no need for you to stop and let the other ones go because it knows exactly how far that car away is and exactly the speeds that all the other cars are going and what speed you need to be going so that you get through first, then the other car, or you get through second. God forbid, it's not a fact of me beating them to the intersection. It's the idea of let's time it so that nobody has to stop, so that there's no buildup of 10 cars at the red light, and we don't have to worry about all 10 going at once because there's no fucking red light.
Well, there's those
bang,
things
bang,
too,
bang,
though.
bang,
But
bang,
like
bang.
on the right side of the highway, you're always pulling into, That's why some people slow up. Like your blinkers on, and then you're turning. Like I don't know.
Right, so the car would do
I
that
mean,
for
obviously
you.
it would take a lot of adjusting and stuff, but man, it's sketchy.
Right, but the electric car side gets rid of that inefficiency that you were talking about.
Yeah.
You're charging your car at home. Again, how many times, even if you forgot the charger, you get into a habit. You pull in, you plug it in, and then you go inside. Even if you didn't, where are you going currently that's going to be not okay that you didn't charge overnight?
Right.
And if you are, then you'll stop at the Wawa, just like you currently do, and you'll fill up. It'll take 12 minutes instead of 6, but no big deal. So the only issue now, again, is the speed of the charging and the laws behind self-driving.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to see.
I'm in.
To see a lot.
I'm fucking all in.
I mean, I treat them like solar panels. I'm not ready.
Well, I got them. So.
I know you do. Fucking Mr. Roboto over here. I'm not in.
And my electric bill is fucking $1.50.
Well, whatever, dude. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not in. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my number 2. Self-driving / electric.
My number
cars.
2 is money.
Nice. I want more of it.
In the next 10 years, I want them
more
to
of
spend more money. No, cash is disappearing. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the way the credit card, debit card is set up.
Okay.
I know they went to the chip. I don't like the chip either.
Okay.
So I'm down for. I don't know if like the card's built into your phone because
like Apple Pay or
right, like the magnet
Google
always gets
Pay.
fucked up when you swipe it. So then all of a sudden it doesn't swipe.
I haven't swiped. The chip's not that new, but I still haven't swiped the card in.
Right, but then the
like 2 or 3
chip
years.
gets fucked up too.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's how quickly they moved away from it.
Anything you use and abuse is going to get fucked up. It's a physical type thing. It might as well be on your phone.
Well,
like and like people do that. Like if you go to Starbucks and shit, they scan your phone, they scan this, they scan that. Like you might as well have everything on the phone.
Well, they have the
There you go. Yeah.
the thing where you just
the
put it up
card
to the
needs to
front.
just be all that now.
You just put it up to the top thing. But even that,
Doesn't connect all the time. Huh?
no, the cashiers have to see it, and then they have to choose a different option on the computer.
Christ.
So it still takes another minute. Like I might as well just stuck the fucking chip in.
Yeah.
But they do have like Samsung or Google or Apple Pay on your phone that you can pull up. Like I can pull it up on my phone and then put my phone over the thing. But it's just, I feel like it's less convenient than a credit card right now.
How about this?
They need to get better at it.
I'm not saying credit card is the answer. I was just thinking that as a thing because I see people like scan
Right, but what I'm saying is they need to get better at all those things.
Keychain credit card. Know how you scan your ShopRite
ShopRite card
or the gym card? Barcodes never fuck up.
Done.
And they've never fucked up. When's the last time
in all the history of barcodes?
Dude, everything's self-checkout. Like, the barcode is always scanned.
Right.
It's never fucked up.
Right.
The chip gets fucked up. The magnet gets fucked up.
I wonder if there's a security issue with the barcode.
I mean, people would be stealing shit. I mean, people do steal shit, but...
But that's what I'm saying. If the barcode was attached to a credit card, though, the barcode right now is attached to the fucking Hidden Valley Ranch that you're buying.
Yeah.
So they don't care if you replicate that
I'm
somewhere.
Just saying,
you're going to pay for the...
I want a more efficient way to use the money. The cash, first of all, I can't believe there's still change. How is there coins?
First off, how is a penny still a thing?
Coins.
Let's just round to the fucking...
A dollar shouldn't even be a thing.
For sure. I'm with you.
You know what? There shouldn't even be anything less than 10. The 5 is pointless.
But then everything would round. So I'm saying at least I'll give it to you. I'm with you with the dollar, but that means the penny definitely doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna tell me if something was $4.99 versus $5?
Don't give me back
an
85
issue?
cents, you dickhead.
Right, that's an issue.
Eat the 15 cents and give me the dollar. But that's the good thing about the card. Change doesn't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. Like And this needs to be a more efficient thing.
Right. Like I said, there's other ways to pay, but they're just not convenient.
Right. Like I like the keychain type thing. Everyone has their keys or
Let's
their
push it. Let's start something.
I mean, are people worried about like people like stealing like off the thing or
I think there's
stolen. I'm going through identity fraud right now. So what's
there's
got to
be
difference?
an issue with the barcode. The reason why that's not what's
I don't know.
used.
Every time I scan my ShopRite card, it works.
No, I know, because nobody cares about that. If I steal your ShopRite card, I'm just adding to your points.
Yeah, dude.
Or I get the free turkey at Thanksgiving instead of you.
Want the free
you know
turkey
what I mean?
and ham, okay? That's important. Me, I would like money to be changed in the next decade. Somehow the the chip in the strip, the magnetic strip is just
or a smartwatch. You do your smartwatch, Apple Pay, Samsung
it's
Pay.
Not waterproof. So
see? They're adding up. It's adding up.
Technology needs to step up. You're number one.
My number one is something that I've been so excited for fucking years.
The Twisted Tea Keg.
The Twisted Tea Keg needs to be more available.
Yeah.
Just every time I see something about it, I'm always clicking on it. That's my clickbait.
Oh, I'm excited.
The development of virtual reality and VR and AR.
Okay.
So, virtual reality is the full immersive environment.
Oh, yeah.
AR is the addition to your current environment. So I was watching a video the other day of this guy that had an AR set up in his house. So his table was still his table. The wall was still his wall. The counter was still his counter. The lamp was still his lamp. But he would look at his table, and there was this huge map, and he could swipe through the map like he would swipe through.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And like then he would look on the wall, and there was this painting or that he could like flip through. That he could do this thing over here. He could do something else over here. It's an addition to what you're currently set up. I love that. Also, I love virtual reality. The fact that I can sit down in this chair, and they're getting so advanced now with haptic feedback that you can put on gloves and a bodysuit, and you can feel everything that's going on in the virtual world.
Right.
You can just it blows my mind that you could
AR and VR aren't connected though.
No. They're two different.
What would you want more?
One's virtual
VR?
reality, one's augmented reality.
I think AR would be more cool than VR.
Well, so the reason I looped them together is because they're additions or they're different realities.
No, I'm just making my little thing. They're both cool as shit, yeah.
But they're both. I look forward to them both at the same time.
Okay.
Because AR, they both have different uses. Mm-hmm. VR would put you in a world that's totally different. The world of fucking Avatar or Pokemon or whatever the fuck you want to be in.
Yeah, you would like Pokemon.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing that I thought of.
Yeah.
AR doesn't take as much. That's more of like the Google glasses that they tried to come out with, that they could add to your reality. They could supplement it some way. But still, and I was again going into another AR video, augmented reality. There was this one where the guy was in like on this trail in like the forest essentially, and he puts on the glasses or the headset or whatever, and a door appears, and he walks through the door, and now he's in like this cartoon land. Oof. But again, still that tree right there is still the tree that's there. So when I walk up, I can touch the actual tree. Now it doesn't feel necessarily like the tree that I'm looking at in the cartoon land, but it's still a tree. So if I walk into it, it's still gonna hurt like walking into a tree.
Right.
Where VR
it's not digital, you can.
VR is more you standing in an open room.
It's not there.
Because it's not there.
Yeah.
And if you walk somewhere, you're walking into the wall. So with VR, they if there's walking involved, they have this like almost mini treadmill thing that will spin.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea.
So they'll walk, and then if you have to make a right, you would turn, and the treadmill would spin with you, and then you would walk some more.
I like that.
because you can
That'd be
walk
great
into your
for
wall.
video games.
And that's what I'm saying. So there's suits
Imagine
and there's
Call of Duty.
exactly. That's
It'd be
kind of
like
what I'm
Time-
getting at.
It'd be like Time Crisis, where you have the gun and it moves, but you're on a treadmill.
Exactly. And you feel it in your hands. When you pull the trigger, you can pull it part way and then stop because you want to shoot that guy,
was
or
one
pull
of
it
our
all the
top
way.
5, or somebody wrote that in. Like
Virtual reality?
VR, like
Gaming.
actually playing Call of Duty, where you have to.
And they even like I said, they even have suits where you'd be able to feel stuff.
I like that.
So now they wouldn't make it feel like an actual gunshot, but you could feel that you got shot
That'd
in the chest.
be cool. Like
You know what I mean? There's just a little
pulse.
there's just a little pulse.
Yeah.
Or one in your stomach because you got or one in your shoulder.
Damn.
And now you can't use your arm anymore, so you let your arm
Matrix
hang.
and shit, dude.
Like it's the
That will be there.
possibilities are fucking wild.
That will be there.
They already have all this stuff. It's just not retail ready.
Yeah.
And even if it is, it's $2,500 for the headset and
Christ.
$1,500 for the gloves and $2,000 for that little.
It's all releasing it to the public.
Right. It's
Because they have the cure for mosquitoes, they just won't do it.
Right. And they just have to. They just have to.
They just want to keep spreading AIDS all around fucking.
Exactly. It's all about AIDS.
Continent to continent.
They just need to keep working on it
Right.
to get better at it and more readily available. And then the stuff that they're working on is, two stages above, and we can buy the first stage, and they're on stage 3, and stage 1 is available.
I like that.
And
That's
all
cool.
that kind of stuff.
I like them both. I would be more in the AR where you can like see shit. I mean, I haven't played enough virtual reality, but I could definitely get into it.
Right. I watch videos all the time. I actually wanted to. I think we talked about having a full episode talking about virtual reality and augmented reality.
Oh shit.
But I think we talked about it before, like months ago.
Okay.
But then then we had a new guest and somebody came on.
It'd be
and
nice to have somebody. How do we find an expert in that? That'd be cool. Somebody who can like really
for
break
sure.
down
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be really cool. How
I'd
do we
love
find one of them? We'll have to research.
Instagram.
Yeah. My number one. Actually, we probably get a guy at Best Buy. He's probably real nice. Like just a regular guy
Probably.
at Best Buy.
Yeah. Geek Squad.
Geek Squad. My number one. It sounds obvious, and like I don't understand. Like, how is everything not Bluetooth? There should be no wires anymore, anywhere. Where there's outlets in your house, change them to Bluetooth. Like you can still have the electric power. Like you still have the like your electric power box, but don't plug. There's no reason for anything to be plugged in anymore. Everything should be Bluetooth.
So you're saying plugged in from one thing to another thing.
Right, this computer has wires. Where there's wires and there's an HDMI cord going across. This fridge. Well, I mean, fridge is a big heavy thing, but still, like.
But you added to my number 5 about the electric. So if this TV connected to that TV currently has an HDMI running.
Yes.
Let's connect them via Bluetooth, but also let's connect them to the walls via that magnetic field that I was talking about. Number 5. We don't need fucking wires anymore.
No
let's
more
get
wires.
rid of all
Everything
of them.
should be Bluetooth. Even if keep the electric outlet.
Fuck that.
I wanted it to be Bluetooth outlet, but here's the thing. Say it's an electric outlet, and you plug in, like, the main, almost where it would look like this. I'm trying to describe it for people. They have the plug, but it's like a little brain, like it's a little box. It would be, I don't know, say it looks like a nightlight, just like a little, that is like the Bluetooth
hub.
And it connects to... what is looking. My phone, and you can control everything on your phone now. You can control your fucking thermostat, fucking.
I can do it right now. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna set it to fucking 50.
There should be no more wires.
Freeze. Right, but that's what I'm saying. No more wires for anything. You're stopping at just connections from one thing to another thing. I'm saying let's add in the electric.
Well, I don't want all electricians to lose their jobs, so at least let me get some hard wiring in the house. Let's get some hard wire, but like instead, like. You can have the plug, but everything has its own little... What you're plugging in, just eliminate the wire. Plug it into the outlet, and each thing connects to what it's supposed to connect it to, so things don't get all fucked up.
So that thing's like almost like a router. You plug it in, and then you connect everything to that thing, and then it can handle the connections.
Right, like I bought this TV, so there's a Vizio, whatever. Just say it's a little cube with the plugs on it. Plug it in. There's my TV plug, but there's no wires. There's no more drilling in the fucking walls. I don't need HDMI. Well, no, I don't want HDMI and shit. Everything's just a little... There's no reason there shouldn't be a little HDMI plug that I can just plug into HDMI 1, that connects to my cable box. There's 2 different plugs, HDMI 1, HDMI 1. There's no reason that they need to be connected.
Right. So that they need to get better at the data transfer between you two.
Data transfer. No more wires.
Because that's,
if you still
I think
want to
that's
do the plugs,
probably the issue.
If you still want to do the plugs, that's fine. Eliminate the wire. This can connect to this. Right. They have ceiling fans that your phone can control and play music through and shit like that. There's no reason that TV...
Play music through the ceiling fan?
I don't fucking know. There's no reason that TV plugged in with a little brain plug, Bluetooth... There's no reason.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing with that little brain plug? Let's step up. We got 10 years, bud. Let's get rid of that brain plug.
Well, then I'm on
board.
Let's
just directly connect.
I'm on board.
Direct connect. That's what we're going to call it.
Gas cars and no wires.
Oh, shit. We didn't go through a whole list.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I got to read. We had some good ones. I got to read what people wrote in.
Yeah, do that first.
Trees that grow money. Well, duh. A way to get
not a good start.
A way to get a binky in a baby's mouth. Well, without, okay, of course. A dog bark translator. I like that. A dog. That's cool. Lifesavers. Robots. A lot of people like this one. Robot to do laundry, fold it, and put it away. Honestly, I'm okay doing laundry. I would like a folding machine.
I was just going to say, laundry's fine. It's the folding that fucking sucks.
Folding sucks. My clothes stay on my floor for weeks. Download food. Dude, that reminds me of Spy Kids, where like you would put like a bag in the microwave, it'd cook and then pop out, and then like lasagna would come out.
Right. Spy Kids.
The thing we were talking about, like video
Antonio
game,
Banderas.
VR. Antonio Banderas. Like the Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. A new cell phone carrier. I guess we're all sick of T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. Teleportation. I mean, if you could teleport, that eliminates all traveling. But that's phone glasses. I didn't get that.
What was it?
Phone glasses.
Phone glasses?
Yeah.
So I guess glasses that, like I said, like the Google Glass that, but it's just making phone calls for you.
Triple stuffed Oreos.
Damn right.
Time travel. A lot of people like time travel. Back Pages 2.0.
There you go.
A cure for baldness. The Twisted Tea Keg. FaceTime voicemails. I like that.
Ooh.
You should be able to do FaceTime voicemails.
Why not?
Leave little videos for people. That's hilarious. Which all you would do is take a video and...
Right, that's what Snapchat is.
And send it to a damn phone screen that won't crack. They have the tech, they just won't give it to us. That was Richie Donatelli from last week.
Yeah.
And I told him to stop blacking out and getting drunk.
Yeah. So you want to do R5?
Yeah.
Mine was wireless electricity, a better folding smartphone, Hyperloop trains, self-driving / electric cars, just better. Mm-hmm. And the development of VR and AR technology, virtual reality and augmented reality technology.
I don't remember the order. I did Wi-Fi everywhere, which is like, or get rid of Wi-Fi and just free data. Waterproof phones.
And waterproof everything.
Better gas mileage, or just like more efficient, whatever. I mean, it just makes no sense.
It should exist.
Different type of money.
A payment system.
Like, let's update the debit credit type system. First of all, cash is fun to have because it looks cool. It looks like you have a lot. Like when a person will put out a picture of like $2,000 in cash, everyone's like, "Oh, he's balling." I'm like, like
credit card. My one credit card has like 5 times that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not impressive. Like I whatever.
That don't impress me much.
And number 1 is Bluetooth everything. Like there's no reason for wires. Get rid of that. And we're hanging on the wire. Get rid of the wires. Okay?
I don't like it.
All right. That's it. Guys, we love you. Thank you for listening. Message us. Buy a shirt. Do anything. If there's something you want us to talk about.
Do anything.
We'll fucking talk about it. Like us. Share us. Send us hate mail. I don't give a fuck.
To our addresses. To our. I want to open up an envelope with hate mail in it.
I want it written in feather and ink. Like you're writing the Abe Lincoln. Other than that, we're going to keep on going.
Keep on.
We're having fun. I'm having fun.
I don't want to speak for you.
Not really you are, dude. We love you.